This is a presentation on open source firewalls done by Group 6. Members include
Myron Judkins,
Nicholas Palmer,
Adam Edwards,
and Harlan Hobbs. Our group researched OpenSense and Komodo firewalls. In this presentation, we will first talk about OpenSense and its features. Following OpenSense, we will discuss Komodo, its features, and how to install it. To get a better idea about what OpenSense is, let's review the developer's mission statement. Our mission is to make OpenSense the most widely used open source security platform. We give users, developers, and business a friendly, stable, and transparent environment. The project's name is derived from open and sense and stands for open source makes sense. As we were researching OpenSense, there are a number of features that we noticed that were of value in order to add additional security for your computer. Though impractical to list all of them, some of the features include the following: weekly updates that keep it current on the latest defense provided, reporting and monitoring tools that allow users to give feedback to developers so that they can make or address new threats, a quick check dashboard that gives you information on computer performance, a stateful firewall that keeps track of the state of network connections traveling across it, two-factor authentication by using Google Authenticator, intrusion detection and prevention using tools like video tracking to prevent sensitive data loss.
So again, these are just some of the features offered by this firewall. It has a lot more, which we could get into in depth, but we'll kind of just leave these available for you guys to look through. There are other types of firewalls that we want to talk about briefly as well. For example, there are hardware firewalls. OpenSense is a software firewall, meaning you install it on your own hardware, it monitors your network, and does all its policy enforcement from there. With hardware firewalls, you buy their hardware, and so you connect your network to it, and then you can configure the software, but given it's on specific hardware for that firewall maker, the creator of it, they can run a little bit better, but they're also more expensive.
So the actual firewall that we ended up installing and running for a little bit was the Komodo firewall. We used this one because we were having difficulty getting OpenSense to run on any of our machines. So we ended up finding this free firewall. And as you can see here on this slide, this is the opening page when you search for Komodo firewall on Google. Nice little download button on the bottom there, which will, of course, initiate the download, and then you can save it and run the exe after it finishes downloading. After that gets started up, this will be the screen that you'll see. This is just agreeing to the licenses and privacy policies of the Komodo firewall network. After that, you'll have some permissions that you need to set for it. If you want to change your DNS or the place where the program will be installed at, or these other options that are on there, like being included in the anonymous program statistics usage, you can check or uncheck these and then continue on with the install. You can also choose whether or not you want to download and install Komodo's own web browser called the Komodo Dragon. They also have an Internet Security Essentials package that protects against man-in-the-middle attacks that is available with the firewall. Once again, these are optional, so you can choose whether or not you want to have these downloaded or if you just want the basic firewall. That, it'll complete the install, and this screen will pop up, and it'll say that you need to restart your computer, like all good software does. With this screen, you can also manage your networks, block applications, put them on a whitelist, look for updates, and then run applications in a sandbox to check and see if they're malicious or not. This is a pop-up screen that will happen every time that you join a new network. It will ask whether or not you want it to be a home network or a public network or a work network, and we'll change settings accordingly depending on which one you choose.
All right, once you've got that up and running, you can read up on what makes Komodo different. Default deny protection. In other words, when things come in, they are by default, they deny access. So it makes your system safer right then, rather than just letting things through and then figuring out if it's dangerous. Prevention-based protection, sandbox technology, where it kind of lets things run a little bit to see if it's malicious. If it's not sure, it'll let it run a little bit where it's not going to hurt anything. Personalized protection alerts, secure shopping, spyware scanning, cloud-based antivirus, cloud-based behavior analysis, which is kind of a forensic type thing. As we went on, you got to wonder just what Komodo's there for, not giving you everything for free. You get a lot of offers to upgrade now and make it a lot better. So I have to start wondering just how good the firewall is. Going on, it always leaves your little Komodo unit up in the corner. You get a lot of pop-ups from this, wanting to know if you want to keep things updated. At least 5 or 6 times it asked me to change my home screen to Yahoo, which I don't care for, but those things will be on. So here's a look at my home screen, and you'll notice it's on Google where I want it. And you've got a pop-up in the background, and you've got their usual thing in the corner. It adds about 35 or 40 seconds to the boot up of that VM. Much better than nothing. There's a question in my mind as to whether a free firewall is really worth, or it's probably worth the price, but that's about it. Hey, we thank you all for watching. There's some of our resources we got a lot of this stuff from. We appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.